What is good, Straw Hat Crew, and welcome back to another video. You already know it's a banger. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. Alrighty, and for today we got she tried to ruin this innocent man's life, but it backfired badly. From the thumbnail, I could kind of tell what this was. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me again. But basically, if y'all haven't been keeping up or whatever, y'all not in the loop. There's this TikToker girl that's going around, and she says she got SA'd because this man would naked and the door was open, and she seen it, and that led to her saying she got it. So let's go ahead and jump into it, deep dive in it, and yeah.
Are y'all tap into this DoorDash girl story that's been going crazy and viral? This is one of the craziest, most psychotic things and most psychotic people I think I've ever witnessed on social media. It is also one of the quickest brow of justice we've ever witnessed, bro. This is the fastest I think I've ever seen the internet collectively acknowledge their...
That is true. I can't lie. I can't lie. Like within the first 12 hours, the first 12 hours of the first video going up, niggas was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this man's a monster, yada yada yada. That next 12 hours, like once it hit 24, the whole narrative switched to you bitch. That was not, you opened his door, it was just a whole, like, it was like a complete 180. I've never seen the internet just completely switch on a nigga that quick. With that much intensity as well. They already got gifs and memes, bro. They already got gifs and memes of the situation. Flaming her. They not playing.
Faults and wrongs and go against someone after being on their side. The reason why so many people flip-flop with this story is because a lot of people entered into the story halfway through. Like halfway through the drama. Because TikTok did a pretty good job at deleting or erasing the earlier videos that she dropped explaining this drama. So a lot of people only came into this drama or into this story where she was explaining how she's been wronged by the infrastructures in the system. And you know us, bro, we love to hit on corporate, all right? We love to hit on big companies, right? We just love it. So she's a DoorDasher, okay? She delivers food for a living. DoorDashers to me is the most important job in the world, bro. Y'all know, bro. I'm big boy, man. I love to eat.
I'm not gonna lie, they deserve more chicken. I'm not saying they deserve, listen, I ain't saying they deserve no doctor pay or no nurse pay or nothing like that, but they deserve some more chicken, man. They deserve to live. If they get out here giving niggas food so niggas don't have to get up, man, I don't gotta get up and start driving. I can just hit my phone up, $25, get in my 30 minutes here, man. They deserve their chicken, bro. Out that 25 I just paid, they at least deserve 10 of it, man. For real. For real, bro.
My DoorDasher hold it down, bro, all right? All right, they come upstairs, 5 floors, right? They take the elevator, they follow the instructions, and they deliver, so I don't gotta come downstairs. They handle it well. So one night, she's delivering DoorDash, and the instructions is, leave my food at the door. When she gets there, she drops off the food, but then she noticed something. Now, a lot of people did not see the original video. So I'm gonna take you through the thought process and the process of how the majority of people discover the information, okay? Instead of talking about what's in the original video, we're gonna act like that video don't exist for now.
Okay.
The first video that a lot of people saw was her saying, hey, I went to this house, this dude flashed me. He showed me his wee-wee, he flashed me, and he SA'd me when I was delivering his food. I got it all on camera. I called the police did nothing. I called DoorDash, DoorDash did nothing. This is wrong. I need justice.
Here's an update for anybody.
And that doesn't even sound, like, come on, y'all. Come on. You have him flashing his dick at you and sexually assaulting you on cam, and the cops didn't do anything. They didn't even look at it. But you have both of those things on cam. And sexual assault, mind you, was a pretty deep crime. Bro. Sorry, they in there, well, they in there fighting, bro. I'll tell you, they don't play around. But sexual assault is a serious crime, by the way. So, for the cops not to come out and look at it, I would just assume that they were just already like, ma'am, what you're describing to us doesn't sound what you're saying. That's the only way I can assume. Like, she had to describe the situation to the cops, and the cops were just like, man, what you're describing just don't sound right. They don't sound like you got to us. You know what I'm saying? Because
was interested, I commented, but my comment's getting buried in my comment section. I reported this to DoorDash over 12 hours ago, and they're supposed to call me back, which is strange because I've reported a couple less serious incidents before, and they called me back within 1 to 2 hours for those reports. So I don't know what's going on there, but I didn't report this to the police last night because I wasn't sure of DoorDash's process for like SA, or if this was even reportable to the police in New York State because he was in his home. But after so many people told me to report to the police, I did. And I called the non-emergency line, and they sent a police officer over to speak to me in person and watch the video that I have. And then he asked me to email it to him, and he asked me if I want to press charges, like what do I want to come from this? And I said, yeah, if there are charges to press, I would prefer that because I don't want this to happen to somebody else again. And he understood that, the police officer, and then he went back out to his car, and then he came back to me, and he told me, like, this is pretty much verbatim. It's not verbatim, but like it's the point that he said. He said he's not sure if there are charges that can be pressed at this point because he was inside of his house, and specifically he said it's not like he came up to his door with it out or like his window with it out or whatever, but it's like, come on now, that is voyeurism, that is exhibitionism. That was something against.
it was literally like, okay, I understand you, I guess, in some sort of sickle way, I guess, but dude, it was as easy as setting the package down on the ground. You see the nigga with his up or whatever the case, the nigga has it out, whatever the case is, bro. You put the package on the ground, you turn around, and you continue your fucking day. As long as bro wasn't trying to come up at you and put it in your face and, you know what I'm saying, do all other types of crazy shit to you, it could have been as simple as you dropping the package on the floor and being like, this nigga's fucking weird, and just leaving. Getting your chicken for the day. But I guess if that really just shook you to your core, like that really hit you hard, then I guess, bro.
Against my own will that I was fulfilling for that man. Oh, and I forgot to say, the police officer said he was going over to the residence of that DoorDash customer to speak to him and see what his side of the story is, what he has to say about what was going on with him. And then another major factor that we're not even considering is that man lives in a duplex. In that video, you'll see another door next to his. That's another apartment unit right next to his. That could be a family. Anybody could walk out. See, listen, if I wasn't the target, you still shouldn't be whacking it off, whether you're drunk or under the influence of any substances, with your door wide open regardless, because anybody could walk out and get assaulted from that, seeing what you're doing on your couch. It could be a child. Anybody could come up on your porch and see that. Anybody walking by on the sidewalk and accidentally getting a glance would be a victim.
Whacking off, exposing himself to you? Huh? And the police said because he didn't physically come to the door, they can't charge him with nothing? DoorDash not doing nothing? This woman is a victim. People were upset and angry. People was tagging DoorDash, canceling subscription. You know how hard it is to cancel that DoorDash subscription. You know how hard it is, man, to cancel that DoorDash subscription. All right?
Because the prices go up crazy. Y'all don't know about it if y'all never had Plus. But you literally save like $10 every meal. Putting you on, by the way.
To opt in to DoorDash fees, opt in to longer times when you could just pay that $9.99 and erase the fees and get priority every time. Oh, come on, bruh. This was martyrdom. People were sacrificing themselves to speak up for this chick. And it got worse and even louder once she came back and let the world know that DoorDash was actually terminating her as a dasher because of this incident. People couldn't believe what they were saying. Huh? You got fired when he did that to you?
I didn't even see that video of her talking about him getting his. Now, if his door was wide. All right, y'all. So I was recording and I didn't have no sword, so got to run it again. But what I was saying is, like, if he was smacking his while you were at the door, then you know what I'm saying, that would be a little different than if he just passed out drunk and he just hit the couch and for some reason it was that. I don't know what the situation of was. Why I've heard stories that his door was all the way open. I heard stories that she opened the door, but bro, I don't know what the situation was.
Guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account. I was working! I was literally working! And they deactivated me! This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while door dashing. They just fired me! And the police are doing nothing! I lost my job! And that was my only way to make money to pay my bills!
Now listen, I know how to spot crazy. So when I see her get upset, but the facial expression didn't change, when I see her smiling while getting upset and the facial expression didn't change, what struck in my head was, oh.
She's clicked out. I feel you. I feel you.
She loves this.
Yeah.
Oh. Being viewed as a victim gets her rocks off. This was probably the first time where I was getting a little suspicious. DoorDash firing you, and the story is exactly how you're saying it happened.
Right, because DoorDash ain't taking that heat. DoorDash is not taking the heat for that if the story is that concrete. DoorDash is not firing you without, especially with a story like that, DoorDash is not firing you unless they know something you ain't telling. Something you was lying about. Cause DoorDash ain't taking that fucking heat, bro. They're not made like that. They're not Apple where they can get away with that. DoorDash is not made for that.
I don't know, man. I don't know about this one. I don't know, man. And just seeing her smile while telling this story, while talking about getting fired, it just came across as, oh my God, she's loving this, man. She is relishing in the opportunity of being a victim. This is like the dream for any content creator in 2025 to be considered a victim by millions of people. You can essentially grift thousands of dollars. You can essentially grift thousands of subscribers. This could launch your social media career. You could be like a hero for millions of people. Oh, she was relishing in it from my perspective, and I was getting a little bit suspicious. And as the story developed some more, it just got more suspicious.
Hey guys, so yep, I really lost my job. Within less than 24 hours after me submitting my appeal, they denied it. You guys, my account is currently at risk of being banned because I had to explain my story one time, right? They took the video down and gave my account a strike. So I explained my story again and censored the video that I have just so they can't take it down for the same reason. They took it down for the same reason again, and now my account has a second strike. Guess what? If I get one more strike, I'm banned from TikTok. So not only did I get assaulted 3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday, I then lost my job. The police are doing nothing. And if I get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember, I'm the victim.
I'm the victim. Remember, I'm the victim. Don't ruin my moment. I'm the victim. DoorDash said, okay, enough of the effery, bruh. DoorDash said, hey, bro.
Like I just said, bro, DoorDash is not DoorDash is not pulling out of this in that way, like firing her completely and then just putting her to the curb like that without having something that she's not saying, because that's just too much heat for them to take. Now, her sitting there saying, I'm the victim, you would really have thought this nigga came up to her and smacked it across her face 3 or 4 times and then did a little dance with it, hit one of these with right in front of her face and then closed the door on her or something. The way she's talking. At the end of the day, from what I've seen, The nigga was just out. That's the max. That's the max it was. If whether the door, I don't know if the door was all the way open. I don't know if it was slightly closed or you opened it or what the case may be. But the max situation, from what I've seen from the video and everything like that, he wasn't beating it or nothing. It was literally just out. Now, do I agree with that nigga should have his door? If the door was wide open and you didn't open it, should he have been having? No. But that nigga, when the Casamigo hit and that over there fell asleep on his own couch, you know what I'm saying? Bro, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, is it a crazy situation? Yeah, but like, to say you got assaulted? Just throwing words around, man.
Bruh, enough of that. DoorDash did something I ain't ever seen DoorDash do. I ain't even know DoorDash did this. DoorDash took to TikTok to respond back to her. I've never witnessed anything like this. But DoorDash said enough of the effery, bruh. DoorDash took to TikTok themselves and wrote their own paragraph, their own response to her. And boy, they
fryer.
Boy, it ain't end well for her. The DoorDash response is, we've seen some tough and sensitive posts over the past few days, and we want to clear the air. No one should ever have to experience SA harassment, and DoorDash never deactivates someone for reporting it, full stop. We take these reports incredibly serious and work closely with law enforcement to investigate and support those affected. In this case, the Dasher let us know about an experience that made them feel unsafe. And that's exactly what we always want Dashers to do. Our team immediately began investigating and has been in direct contact with law enforcement and is prepared to fully support any of their efforts. However, posting a video of a customer in their home and disclosing their personal details publicly is a clear violation of our policies. This is the sole reason that this Dasher's account was deactivated along with the customers while we investigated. We've also assured that the Dasher has full access to their earnings. We know these are sensitive situations, and we want every Dasher to know if you ever feel unsafe or experience something concerning, come to us. We're here to listen.
So DoorDash ain't even kick you to the curb for real. They did, but just for a minute, they was like, well, we go see what you talking about in your story. You know what I'm saying? And if it checks out, we're gonna give you your account back. And if it don't check out, you're not getting your fuck ass account back, nigga. Simple as that.
Act and support. For the majority of people, this was the first time they've heard any pushback. And that's what encouraged them to go and seek out the original video. But the original video was harder to find than anything in the world. It was harder to find than Santa Claus on January 1st. So what happened is people found a second video she made before TikTok took down that video. In that video, she somewhat showed exactly what took place, and she somewhat showed or re-explained the situation. And after people seen this video, that's when everybody was like, hold on. You tripping, shorty. And
let me see the video then.
It went from, I'm a victim, to you a monster. And you owe that man an apology. You try to ruin his life with false allegations.
Guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. 2 days ago on October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver, and I got it on video. The customer who committed a crime against me requested that their order be left at their front door, and when I arrived to their house, their front door was wide open. It was 59 degrees Fahrenheit. All of their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles. This person's name is Austin, and their last initial is N. I reported this to DoorDash and the police, and DoorDash luckily banned the customer, but the police are doing nothing.
Why she put finger quotes over sleeping? Like, niggas can't sleep with their door open. Like, that's never happened before. Like that's just like never had like a nigga's never slept with his door open. Stop it. It's not common, like especially not in America, because niggas get robbed. Back in the day, that shit was more common than sleeping with your door not open. I'm not gonna lie. She put finger quotes around it like niggas like there's never ever been a nigga sleeping with his door open before.
Thing. I also posted the video that I have of the proof to TikTok, and after a day and a half of it going completely viral, TikTok took down the video for suggestive content and gave my account a strike. They've also denied my appeal to have it reinstated. I'm absolutely reposting the video again, but with a little censor blur so it can't be removed for the same reason, because this is literally the only justice I'm getting. In the wake of my victimhood, the police are doing nothing to prevent or stop this man from doing it again, and they're not doing anything to punish him for already having done it. So if the only justice I'm going to get is the fact that he's banned off the platform and that video went viral and now he can live with that shame and embarrassment, then that's what it's going to have to be.
Once people seen this, all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. The man was on his couch.
I can guarantee it did, because like I said, bro, like, for what reason he was out on the couch, I don't know. There's so many different things it could be. Like, I don't know why he was out on the couch. But what I can say is, he was in his own home. It said, leave at the door. It could have been as simple as leaving it at the door. Maybe if you happen to look up and see, you're like, oh, what the fuck, bro? This nigga's weird. Leave it at the door, man, and just go on about your day. Like, bro.
Passed out. Asleep. Probably drunk as a mug. Asleep on his couch, passed out. Now, here's the thing. People who saw the original video claims that she stated the door was creaked open, and she pushed it open a little bit to see if he was coming out. And then she seen him and began to record. But because that original video is no longer available and nobody, I guess, screen recorded it or screenshotted it, we don't know. But let's just say her story, the door was wide open. Why ain't you just drop off the order and leave? The man is passed out on the couch, asleep, on flash, like unsolved. Now, listen, if he had an erection and he was on that couch like this, I could understand you thinking, man, yeah, voyeurism.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Because it is, like I said, I don't know when it was out. That's a weird situation. But it's not. Hey, come on, man. Come on.
He's unsolved, passed out.
Come on,
you know,
bro.
like sleep. You couldn't even see anything. He's unsolved. He's like this. Oh my. And you said you was essayed as if that man got up and said, ha ha.
That's what I'm saying.
And then she even said some things in her original video. Read. Remember when I played it for y'all? She says, well, whacked off. How do you know he whacked off? He could have very well been drunk under some substances. Passed out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He could have been drunk. Could have just been higher than shit. He could have been tired. I don't know what the reason why he had no pants on. But there's a lot of different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even make excuses for him. But it's like, he didn't come up to you and start smacking it on you or nothing, bro. Like, you made it sound like he really violated you in that first video. Like, you really are a victim. Like, he really did something to you. What did he didn't, the man didn't really do nothing to you for real.
On his couch, in the comfort of his own home. You supposed to drop off that food at the door and leave. Now, once the full story came out, people ran to social media to call her out and say, they were wrong and they were misled, and she was actually in the wrong.
How long it would have took for that DoorDasher to be arrested if it was a man? Yeah, because y'all act like y'all didn't get what I'm saying. So I'm going to ask y'all this way. How long it would have took for that DoorDasher to get arrested if it was a man? Now, let's play the whole rollout, okay? All she had to do was drop that food off, take a picture, and take her happy behind back in that car. But she said that the door was open and this man is asleep. in his house. Now, I don't understand where the sofa was. I guess it was right in front of the door. So let's give her all that. But if this man is asleep, and I don't care if he's butt naked from the head to the toes, when she pulls her phone out to record and then try to distribute those videos, what I mean is she tried to send it to DoorDash and then she tried to upload it on social media. If that was a man that pulled up at that house and pulled his phone out and record that lady without...
Oh, she cooking, y'all. Because if a girl would have been sleeping butt booty naked on her sofa and a nigga pull his phone, like, I never would have happened. I would hope no woman would ever do that. That's just not even safe for a woman to do. But if that were to happen, that nigga would have been, DoorDash would have got the video. They'd be like, oh yeah, we're coming to get you, nigga. We're coming to get you.
Her permission, and then try to send it to DoorDash, and then try to put it on social media. Do y'all know y'all been around here talking about boycott this and boycott that? But because she on here act like she's a victim, number one, what is the definition of SA? Because that's not SA. What she's talking about is not SA. This is
at max. At the most highest level, it's a decent indecent exposure. Not even public indecency because he's not out the house. Indecent exposure at the max. At the max, bro.
Woman that recorded a man without his permission and then tried to put it out on social media and was sending the pictures out. I'm going to ask it again. If that was a man, how long it would have took for his behind to get arrested, along with all the boycott y'all would have been yelling about.
And surprise, surprise, after the full story came out, we haven't seen a video from her in 3 days.
Nice.
Right? She hasn't given an update since October 16th. All right? There's no reaction to the full story. Hey, no. Here's why I believe he essayed. Man. Now, she did respond back to DoorDash. It's not worth playing because all she said was, hey, it's unfair. I found out why I was fired the same time that the world found out. I don't feel like that's fair. Man, cut it out, man. But y'all let me know, bro. Yo, this is why I'm genuinely terrified of some women. Not all women, bro, because most women, the majority of women are good.
Yeah, they're normal. They're normal, bro. Most women are normal. But there's definitely some crazy motherfuckers out there that just take something and run with it to the maximum because for whatever reason they have in their head, they run with it to the maximum.
99% of women are good, but there is 1% of people in every demographic.
99's a lot, bro.
I think that's bad. And yo, this is why I'm in, like, I try not to take elevators alone with women that I don't know. I don't hop in Uber rides with women that I don't know because, again, man, I just want to be super safe and comfortable for all of us, man.
Right.
But yeah, man, y'all let me know in the comments.
I feel you. I feel you. He said, I want to be super safe and comfortable for all of us, man. I don't want nobody to have to be unsafe. I feel that, my brother. Oh, shit, my fault, y'all. With that being said, though, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.
She call me Luda, bitch, I roll out with my shooters. She wanna fuck me in a Plymouth Barracuda. I got my gun on, yeah, she know I'm